Good evening, Facebook family. Bill Taylor here. First alert, I always want to say that. Ken's 5 Digital Center. How's everybody doing? Looks like I'm reporting live from heaven here. It's just they've had something, I don't know how to change what's in this monitor. So we're at the mercy of whoever leaves what's ever in there. So unfortunately, I cannot change what's in there. It's going to be okay, though. More importantly, we're watching this, okay? We're going to see things develop in a few hours. And it'll be from west to east, so at least we'll get a good warning as to what is developing out to our west. Gonzales County, hi Jane, how are you? Hope everything's going great out there in Gonzales. Belinda needs some rain, especially if you're south or southwest. Jesse, I'm with you, right? Man, San Antonio gets shut down today. So Wendy, overnight looks like the best chance. Patty Vela, bring on the free car wash, right? And wash some of the oak out of the air. Great to see you, Patty. Hope you're doing good. Hello, Susan. What's going on? Grizz, there he is. Only on because I saw that the live stream had Bill. Come on, man. Come on. You know I love you. Right back to you. What's happening? Del Rio's here. You guys are going to see something by probably 10 o'clock, Brenda. I definitely think it'll be there first. We've got a dry line out to the west. We've got a ton of Pacific moisture. That's been the case. That has not changed. And then we've got dew points at the surface that are really up. I mean, we had them in the mid-60s this afternoon. We'll check on them here shortly. In fact, well, let's just take a look right now while we're talking about it. Still in the mid to upper 60s. Del Rio's at 70. That's a scary number when you're talking about a good chance of getting these storms in. Cibolo, hi, Jane. Rachel's ready for a good storm. Miss you too. Tom, where you been, man? I know that the digital team will be back soon, hopefully, right? So you can see the first little impulse rained itself out near Del Rio. Didn't see much materialize in the city of Del Rio. It was more or less south, a little bit to the north, but it passed on through. And then you can also see another little downpour off to your south currently. So we'll stop that right on the now image. And that's a good little shower that's about to cross over the border, and it moves east into Brackettville. Nothing really else on the radar. A lot of false return north of Fredericksburg and Kerrville, as well as down near Goliad and Beeville. A lot of false return also over Canyon Lake, as you can see here. That's probably some rain over the mountains of Mexico. Kerrville, then, I think it's going to be overnight. I definitely think Kerrville maybe by midnight to 1 a.m. We'll take a look at future radar hour by hour over SeaWorld, which is closed, right, Cynthia? Right? Beautiful night. Nice breeze out there. There's Doreen in the SA area. Jesse's at SeaWorld. Helotus, what's up, Nick? A fellow Helosian. Good to see you, brother. Aurora, Brian, Alston, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for the shirt. What an awesome shirt. I cannot wait to wear that shirt. That is beautiful. Thanks to the Total Source. You guys are doing great things for Hope Hits Harder and Teed Off at Cancer. Can't wait for the storms, huh, Ryan? Yeah, definitely. Overnight tonight. So you can see the radar's quiet now, so let's get you right onto the future radar. And this is going to give us hour by hour. Now, here's the good news. The models have been in good agreement, okay? The consensus over all the models we look at, I would give it about 5 or 6 that we study every day. They all line up with this event as far as timing and what kind of storms we should see develop. So let's take a look at that. Watch as the storm's right there. Look at them blossom right up, and it's just east of Del Rio. So earlier, remember, this is computer guidance that is changing hourly. So it takes live data like radar, temperatures, humidity, barometric pressure. It plugs all that in and reruns itself, okay? It kind of refreshes itself almost hourly to 2 hourly on some of these models. So with that considered, you're going to see changes on the output. So now it's almost 11 p.m. before we start seeing some of these storms ignite out to our west, all right? Yeah, we will definitely see Cash over here, Maryland. Hold on. San Antonio, 410 near North Star Mall. What's going on? Right now, not sure. What do you see out there, Christy? I know you don't have any weather there, but maybe some news going on. All right, so there's another good blow up north of Uvalde and up into Lakey and Bandera at midnight itself. And notice that we'll start seeing the leading edge of mainly light to moderate rain, and the storms are going to be scattered out to our west. It's mainly because the dry line's out to the west, and you need that surface trigger. What a dry line is a distinguishing boundary between dry air and moist air. And where that surface boundary is where we'll see the best storms fire. And that's going to be west of San Antonio Again, now we're into the 2 a.m. hour, and we're still just seeing a rain event for San Antonio. Some heavier rain east and south at that hour, but the storms look to affect areas north by 3 a.m., right on top of Bernie at 3 a.m. Kerrville, looks like you'll see it maybe a little bit earlier. There's about 1:30 or 2 o'clock. So San Antonio, according to this latest, there's one, a couple of good isolated storms fire up. That's going to be right over Leon Valley at about 6 a.m. in the morning. So it does appear that closer to sunrise for San Antonio and the metro. And that definitely for those of you east of the city. Notice that we don't have much for you after this, let's see, 2, 3 a.m. hour. It looks like you get that good impulse, and then it really dries out, and it's widely scattered. And by 9 a.m., we're dry, and we're dry the rest of tomorrow, warming right back up into the low to mid 80s again. I say again because that's what we've been dealing with, man. We hit 84 today, I think. Let's take a look. We should be at 74 this time of year. But look at this high, 86. Wow, still pretty far from a record that wasn't too long ago, 2013 of 95. But look, the low of 69 is closer to the average high. So stopping at 74, nope, we did 12 better. We hit 86 this afternoon. That kind of warm air. In fact, let's look south because we had 90s on the map early. And it was like Cotulla, Pearsall. Look at this, 93 for both of those spots. 95, George Weston, Beeville. Wow, 95 today at George Weston, Beeville. That is insane. 77 at Del Rio. There's a day in late spring, you know, or early spring. 76, spring starts tomorrow technically, so late fall, right? 76, Kerrville and Fredericksburg. 73, Rock Springs. But it's been really warm. We even had a warm winter. You know, Roy, have I hugged my wild hog trapper today? I have not. Has anybody hugged a wild hog trapper today? Megan has. Okay. We can't hug a wild hog trapper. 6 feet, right? We got to keep the distance right now. Flatten the curve. Today's my nephew's birthday, Alex. Happy birthday, dear Alex. Happy birthday to you. He's 18 today. Alex, here's to you, my brother. Happy birthday. God bless you. 18. Time to vote. All right, make sure you register to vote, Alex. Teresa, looks like rain for Stockdale. Yes, but it's going to be, like I say, 2 to 3 in the morning, and it does appear that it won't be the only rain you get. Let me tell you this. Once we get through tomorrow, we get into Friday, Saturday, and more rain. It starts tapering off on Sunday, but it looks like Sunday we still have some decent chances. And then we finally get some good sunshine by Monday. You know, we've seen some breaks in the clouds. That's the best we've seen. But we haven't seen significant sun. And while I've got a pretty good crowd here, I want to give you guys a 7-day forecast on these rain chances and when we'll finally round the corner. You know, with everything considered of what's going on, I was hoping for a nice string of beautiful weather, some blue skies to go enjoy our parks, play some golf, do the outdoor things we can do, but we're just not there. Now, during the day tomorrow, get out and enjoy it. In fact, tomorrow is the first day of spring. And did you know that the last time we got spring this early, the 19th of March, it was 1896. It was that long ago that we've had the vernal equinox fall on the 19th, this early. It's typically between the 20th and 22nd that you get spring to begin. But the actual equinox is tomorrow night, about 10:49, I believe it is, to be exact. Even though it'll be chilly, needs some social distancing. No snuggling with the honey bunny. Yeah, see, Rick? That's the problem, right? I did read that we're going to probably get a good baby boom 9-10 months from now, and they're going to be, that generation will be the coronials. The coronials. I love that one. Oh, come on, Ramona. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Spring Branch. How you guys doing out there in Spring Branch, Texas? Love you guys. That's really nice. Mike, what's going on? Jeremy Baker and get a home green screen. I know. I told him. I said, Jeremy, I'm coming over, and I'm doing the weather at the Baker compound. That's quite the setup. Now, you can see all his reports. He's in every afternoon show. He does a lot on the coronavirus. Did a great piece today on questions for children. Spoke to a pediatrician about how it affects children, not on how to talk to your kids about corona, but how it affects the smaller bodies and how it can definitely impact them as well. Because at first we thought it could only affect older people, but that's turned out to not be so true. Tomorrow's Stacy's birthday. So we're going to have to join you tomorrow night. Stacy, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I wish I could. State law, man. Greg Abbott says no. Brian Sims, what's going on, man? Yes, put down the fertilizer. If you didn't do it today, you got time tomorrow, and we get good soaking rains, especially Friday, Saturday. Friday, Saturday are the days, and I'll show you the future radar on that. Jessica, not as big a risk here as there is west, and I'll show you the risk area that's best on hail, but we're looking at the possibility of hail and damaging winds on some of these isolated storms. Now, here's the thing. We also have what's called a cap, a temperature inversion. So as you move up off the surface of the earth, here's the surface, you're moving up, temperatures should be dropping, okay? Well, when you hit a certain layer and you have warm air aloft, we call that a cap or a temperature inversion because it shouldn't be that way. And that cap of warm air really inhibits thunderstorm development. Cold air up top is what you need for these storms to really grow vertically. And when they hit that warm air, convection stops. So that's why we're not expecting a lot of widespread thunderstorm activity, but isolated pockets that will break through that cap, that's when storms can get pretty quickly, get ugly quickly. That's what I wanted to say. They can turn severe fast because they're strong enough to break the cap. That means they're strong enough for damaging winds and hail. And remember, the height of the storm is always an indicator of what kind of hail we could see. If it taps into that coldest air aloft, that's where you can get some of the sizable hailstones that could do some damage. Not expecting that. We're expecting maybe quarter-inch size, which would maybe put some small dents, if anything at all. Huge baby boom or less divorces, right? It could be one or the other, right? Could be one or the other. We hope for not the latter. We hope for more babies. Hi, Marisa. How are you? Love and peace from Cuero. The gobblers are in the house. What's up, Lisa? Good to see you. Missed it. Is Kerrville getting it bad? There is a chance that Kerrville gets an isolated severe storm tonight. A better chance in Kerrville than San Antonio. So now that you've gotten a good look at this 7-day, and we'll go back to it for those of you just joining us, here's what we have tonight from the Severe Prediction Center. So this center is up in Kansas or Oklahoma, and what they do is they show you the areas most likely to see damaging winds, hail, or an isolated tornado. Those are the three basics on the severe weather output for tonight. And I did them in that order mainly because of the occurrence or likelihood of each event. So it's really looking more like damaging winds as far as the highest. In fact, let me just show you that, okay? Damaging winds have the greatest chance, and that's why I put it at high, straight line or 60 plus. Then you've got a minor chance of rotation. We did see a funnel cloud yesterday near the TPC. It was a small, short-lived little funnel, just kind of came out for literally 10, 15 seconds, and it dissipated. Then the brief heavy downpours could cause a couple of localized flooding issues. It would have to really be Friday or Saturday before that's a problem, and it's minor. And then hail, 1 to 2 inch diameter, moderate, okay? It's more like a quarter size is more likely if it happens, okay? Again, if. That's the big if. Let's see what we got. Shout out to the medical community. Absolutely, Marcos. Very good. God bless our medical doctors, all our caregivers for that matter. You guys have your hands full for a while. There's New Braunfels. Howdy, Steve. Good to see you. There's Dilly. How you doing, Hector? Good to see you in Dilly. Divine. Bring on the rain for Esmeralda. Yeah, Divine needs more rain than we do in San Antonio and the Hill Country, and that's unfortunate because the best chances are in the Hill Country. Last drought report, which is now almost a week old, we get the new one tomorrow, that indicated that the Hill Country is in good shape. There's no drought going on. It's southwest and south central. Atascosa County all the way west to Eagle Pass. Really an extreme drought. Needs some rain. All right. Any rain in Dilly? Absolutely. Yeah, no, Dilly. Everybody's going to get some rain between now and Saturday, okay? It's just tonight, this is the best chance in yellow, which is still only 2 out of 5, okay, that you see severe storms. And again, let's get a closer look. This is going to be Kerrville, Bandera, nearly Hondo, Uvalde, Camp Wood and Lakey, Rock Springs, Bracketville, Eagle Pass, Del Rio. So all those spots. Let me just kind of scoot that. We want to see you, Del Rio. We want to see you too. Crystal City, Eagle Pass. All right, let's save that image. Okay, so rainfall totals are pretty impressive. If we get what we're hoping, we could eclipse 1.5 inches in San Antonio between now and next Wednesday. This is a 7-day what we call QPF, quantitative precipitation forecasts. And the hill countries, you see, Real County covered with what could be 2 inches to 3 inches of rainfall, and that's even bleeding west into Rock Springs and a good part of Edwards County too. And then just shy of Kerrville for that matter. So like I said though, all those spots are not in drought. We need all of that south, and it looks as though some of that rain south does happen overnight. Showed you right there. That's when the best rain occurs overnight for the southern counties. It's going to be between 2 and 4 a.m. And you can see a few of those thunderstorms could turn ugly, especially over George West. What time is that? 2 a.m. And that's also when things are firing pretty good over Medina, almost Bandera, Kerrville, Comfort, Fredericksburg. So east, and there you go, flaring up more storms. Bernie, covering Kendall County, Canyon Lake at 3 a.m. Good evening, Caribe. How are you? Alamo Ranch, absolutely. Praying for healthcare providers. Shirley, lift them up. Absolutely. God bless them all. We need this, Paul. I definitely agree. Carrizo Springs needs rain bad. That's extreme drought, Esmeralda. Yeah, so I hope you guys get some good rain down there. We need the ranch lands to get soaked. And it does appear that a lot of that rain gets you, but it's going to probably stay shy of severe, we're hoping and praying. I mean, that's for everybody, but most of it is going to be, you know, storms we have to watch closely if they can break that cap. Every time we rain, it's a sprinkle dries. I like that. Because sometimes when it approaches the city, that urban heat island effect takes over. Remember, we're retaining so much more heat in the city than outlying areas because of more asphalt, concrete, buildings. So all our daytime heat, just picture it as this big column of warm air, and it just towers. And so with that comes this almost microclimate. And when storms come into that, again, let's go back to that temperature inversion principle, where if you've got that warm air carrying higher in the altitudes, you just cannot get a convective process going, or it ends. You know, so a lot of times storms will come in and they'll break up and fizzle right over the city. We see that so much. And sometimes it's the topography too. Remember, San Antonio's on a hill. So if we were to look at San Antonio from a cross-section view, we'd be looking at it like this. That's why this is Flash Flood Alley. Have you ever heard that term? That's where we live. We're in Flash Flood Alley, not Tornado Alley. That's going to be North Texas and farther north to even Iowa. But for us, it's Flash Flood Alley, because when you get those Texas thunderstorms, 2, 3, 4 inches per hour rates, and it's already raining downhill, it goes right to runoff. And that's why it floods so quickly. And we sometimes have long dry spells, which really dries everything out, so it goes right to runoff faster as well. Jason needs the call. You guys, everybody, Jason Barrera is ready to cut the grass after this rainfall next week. Good stuff. We should, again, be drying out by Sunday midday is what I'm hoping. Because I heard our church, listen to this, Gateway Fellowship, 1604 and Braun, okay, in Helotes, is going to do a drive-in service on Sunday. Really cool. You're going to pull up the car. Pastor's going to be up on the roof of the church outside. I told them put a tent up because there's still a decent chance of rain Sunday morning. And then everyone that comes stays in their cars. You tune into the FM radio station that they give us, and we're going to have church in the parking lot. Drive-in church on Sunday at Gateway Fellowship. It's going to be amazing. Gateway Fellowship, by the way, out 1604 in Braun. All right, another chance. Yes, Marcos, a definite chance on Friday and Saturday. Friday night, okay? I mean, once we get to those chances, as I showed you on the 7-day, let me give you that again. We really don't let up chances until probably midday Sunday, and those are even 40%. Beautiful Riverwalk shot. You can still walk around on the Riverwalk. Don't forget that. Even though the restaurants are closed, you can still walk the Riverwalk, the Mission Trail, get out and enjoy some outdoor weather tomorrow during the day, because it will be pretty dry. I've just got that 20% chance in, and that's going to be just, you know, spotty, isolated rain. But then by Thursday night, look at that. We're right back up to 80%. It stays there all day Friday, 50-50 Friday night, but ramp it back up to 70 Saturday, 70 Saturday night. So you see a good 36-hour window of solid rain chances before we can start kind of tapering things off. Not so much in Corpus Christi. A lot of this, Tammy, is going to be staying to the north and northwest as far as the heaviest rain. You'll get some rain, especially Saturday. Saturday looks like it'll all be rain coming in from the south, because look what happens to temperatures. Once we get to Friday afternoon, when the cooler, drier air is spilling in with that second front, we're probably going to start seeing more overrunning. So I'm putting a thunderstorm chance in for Saturday, and you see that symbol there with the thunderstorm, but if an overrunning setup takes over, we shouldn't see too many thunderstorms. That's typically a moderate, steady rain. And then look at the highs on Saturday, only 57 or 58. So a good 20 degree to 30 degree in some cases swing. I mean, we hit 95 today in some spots to our south. 95, just mind blowing. You got a bubble over Lidl. See, I know what you mean, Rhonda. A lot of times over this city, so Lidl did a little urban heat island effect too, right? My lab, Samari, loves sunshine and warm weather. Well, Ann, it's looking like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for sure. Okay, so I feel bad for Samari. It's definitely going to be a wet pattern. Right, Sasha? Maybe that's what Mother Nature's teaching us right now. Just kind of keep people calm, a nice steady rain, and just not to worry, right? How cold's it going to get? You can see, I mean, we're definitely, Barbara, going to be a lot colder than average. We should be in the mid-70s through the weekend as far as average temps this time of year, and we'll be well below average for several days. Well, 3 days. That is several, isn't it? Few. Tired of the humidity. Yeah, Mary, it's been soaking wet, the air, and you know, humidity will always affect how you feel. That's why you feel sticky, because remember, your body's evaporating water too. And so when there's more water in the air, your body's not evaporating the water as efficiently as normal. So you keep a lot of water on the skin. It feels sticky. It feels, ugh. That's what that humidity does. Rain at the airport tomorrow morning at 7:30. I think it should be gone by then, Suzanne. I don't think we'll have too much rain at the airport at 7:30. We should be done. The hot chocolate, right? Juan, no, this is coffee. In fact, it's Mick Cafe in my Mick Great Day Mick Cup. And it's McElwright. Sorry. I'm a community coffee or a Seattle's Best dark roast. I'm a dark roast guy. But this McCafe is what we have here. It's not bad. I mean, it's, you know, you get used to it. It's not chock full of nuts, I'll tell you that. We talked about that one, remember? Chock full of nuts is that heavenly coffee. Better coffee a millionaire's money can't buy. That's an old jingle from when I was growing up. I'm in Sweet Home, Alabama, and keep getting missed. Need that rain really bad. Where's Sweet Home? I'm not sure where that is, Karen. Eddie's on official spring break tomorrow. Really? I think the whole city's on a spring break in a sense, right? Thank you, Zo. Is it Zuo? Thank you very much. All right. What I want to show you guys is, pollen. So the algae report today, not much of a move. Oak stayed heavy. Remember, we're in oak season now for the next several weeks, 1960. But with this rain coming, we should knock some of that oak out of the air and watch mold climb a little bit more. Medium at 8:30. Hackberry, mulberry stayed light. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Let me back up and make sure I get some good questions answered. Only the good ones, not the bad ones. Barbara's got to bring the tortoise inside. I don't think it's going to be 30s, but Saturday morning will be cold, mid-40s. Jason, you're welcome. Anytime, man. I totally agree with you, Sasha. I hope everybody can relax a little bit. Friday radar. You got it, Brianna. I'm sorry. I'm so glad I backed up a little bit to see that request. So, you know what? Yeah, let's look at Friday radar. Now, this is going to be Friday, 5 p.m. Now, this will take us, okay, hold on. Let's back up to this one. This takes us through overnight. And again, notice that, again, the best chance of strong to severe is out to our west. But I'm going to be tracking these cells for communities like Rock Springs, Del Rio, Eagle Pass, Uvalde, because these could turn dangerous fast. And we'll watch them closely. Then as they move east and towards the 281 corridor, it still looks like we'll have scattered thunderstorms, but just not a big enough risk of severe over us. But it's there. We have a 1 out of 5 chance. Then look, by 6 a.m., maybe a couple of isolated storms, and then it looks like we dry out Okay, you asked about the airport at 7:30. There's 7:30, and it does appear we have a little bit of rain on this model guidance, but it's going to be close, okay, before it ends by, say, 8, 9 a.m. Most of tomorrow dry. Now, as we get into Friday, here's Thursday night this time, and you can see storms blowing up, especially to the south, and that would be really good. We need that rain. Look at that, over Carrizo Springs, Cotulla, even up to, what am I thinking of? Carrizo Springs, Cotulla, Pearsall. And then you can see, look, right over the city, that's going to be after midnight and into Friday morning. So after midnight tomorrow night into early Friday. So that's why it looks like the best chances of storms are in the overnight hours. But it's 2 overnight hours, 2 events back to back. And then during the day Friday, a better chance of rain than we had during the day Thursday. So see, that data stops right about there because it's that particular model, which is the HRRR, okay? So the data stops at about Friday morning. But let me show you Friday night. Here's 5 p.m., and we're expecting pretty good rain coverage. Then on Saturday, notice how the rain comes in from the south, and that's why I was saying this looks to be more of an overrunning situation with cooler, drier air at the surface. We're going to be in the low 50s, and this is now into Saturday night, mid to upper 50s for a high, and then the rain really starts tapering off, and there's, but not until, look, there's Sunday morning, there's sunrise Sunday, 8 a.m., still some light to moderate rain, and it really thins out in the afternoon Sunday. But look, I mean, it still keeps us under it until midnight, Sunday into Monday, okay, and not significant drying until Monday. Interesting. So we still could see a decent amount of light to moderate showers Saturday night, Sunday, before we start getting this drying out, get this atmosphere to dry up. Fave, oh, thanks, Lupe. I appreciate that. The screen did change. Hey, somebody changed it for me. They're probably doing that from the house. Greg Matthews. You stud. Thank you very much. So I'm no longer reporting from heaven. I've got the radar behind me. I just didn't know. There's like a new, I'm talking to you, Greg. There's like a new router that I'm not familiar with, and I didn't want to hit any button I didn't know what to hit. It looked like the cockpit of an airplane for a second. I said, uh-oh. I said, not going to touch that. And our digital team is working from home and staying safe and good distancing, so we flatten this curve, everybody. We're up to 25 cases now confirmed. Ashley, what's the latest? 25 now in San Antonio? Megan? 25 on the nose? Yeah. So flatten the curve, everybody. Katrina, thank you very much. You too. Stay safe. Trees, love them. Not your, right, Ronnie? Exactly. Oak, ragweed, and mountain cedar. The 3 biggies for us in South Texas. I know, right, Sasha? And there was a great meme I saw that my mother-in-law shared right here on Facebook that said, look, stop giving me those dirty looks. It's not corona. I've got allergies when I'm sneezing. It's too funny. Everybody's like, oh, any cough, any sneeze, you're kind of tripping, right? Uvalde, Fido, I think it's going to be, let's take a look. Overnight tonight, I want to say Uvalde is going to be, there it is, about midnight, according to our computer guidance. And everything's on schedule. We have, let's take a look at live radar right now and show you that things are pretty quiet until you get out north of San Angelo. They've had a round of severe weather that's moving towards Fort Worth right now. And you can see a cluster of rain west of Del Rio, but we're really not expecting too much in the short term. It's going to still be a few hours before we start seeing things fire up, it looks like. But I'm definitely keeping a close eye. Now you can see some of those individual cells north of Big Bend. That's what you have to watch for, is that they'll just kind of fire right up. And if they break through that cap, they can get dangerous fast. Like I said, that cap of warm air aloft usually stops thunderstorms from building vertically, and if that's the case, then we don't get them severe because they've got to tap into that colder air to produce hail and the damaging winds. But we don't have to, I don't think we have to worry about that too much in San Antonio. Like I said, the chance of severe weather decreases as you move east. So the best chance is still from, like I say, Kerrville, Bandera, Hondo, west to Del Rio. And this is a 2 out of 5 chance, the scale, or legend I should say, upper right-hand corner. And then San Antonio and the metro, New Braunfels, Seguin, Bernie, We're all under a 1 out of 5 chance of seeing an isolated severe storm. And again, the best chance of what we see severe-wise, damaging winds. It appears that there's a slighter chance of hail and an even slighter chance of a tornado. Cannot rule it out. Cannot put 0%. I mean, we had an isolated cell yesterday produce a small little funnel near TPC. It was, again, 10, 15 seconds, and somebody did catch it because they saw a dark enough cloud that said, hey, that doesn't look good, and they started rolling on it, and sure enough, small little funnel that never materialized in a tornado, thank God. Mandarins and grapes, Vicky, see? Absolutely. We need it for that. Kerrville overnight, you know, by midnight to 2 a.m. is when you could see a couple of these stronger storms, Angela. Weather around southeast San Antonio, Lavernia area. Chase, it's going to be probably in the 2 to 4 a.m. hour for you guys south and southeast of the city. That's why I was looking at this. It doesn't appear that you'll see the heavy thunderstorms, but you can see right there the best rain probably starts after 1 or 2 a.m. It might be a pocket of, you know, a thunderstorm or two scattered down there, but we're not looking at too much severe weather. You're welcome, Norma, anytime. Divine, how's it going, Andrew? Yeah, so again, it appears that you'll get, just like San Antonio, since you're close enough to us, by midnight we should start seeing some showers, and those will start increasing, get a little bit heavier, but you can see that the storm's focus is going to be the hill country and in areas west. And it does not appear that, you know, it's trying to form a line. Whenever you see a good squall line develop, that's when you have to worry about those damaging winds. Not seeing that. It looks like this latest data really wants to spell out more of a scattering of these isolated storms. Jocelyn, I wouldn't. If you can, and it's not a hassle, do it. I mean, why not be safe than sorry, right? But because I can't rule out quarter-size hail, which usually doesn't do too much damage. You really need that golf ball size to start putting some dents in the SUV. You're welcome, Sheila, anytime. Downtown, Tito, I think it's going to be looking pretty good around 1, 2 a.m. And then watch, there was a couple of cells that pop right there, about 6 or 7 a.m. That's going to be Leon Valley, Canyon Lake, and that rain holds on till about 7:30, it looks like. You're welcome, Angela. Richard Martinez and the Young Gentlemen's Club. Man, I hope you guys get back together before the school year ends, right? Because most of those guys are 5th graders and moving on. San Marcos, Ashley. Yeah, you know, the I-35 corridor is definitely going to, you can still see some good rain at 7:30. Couple of isolated cells. That one looks pretty good nearby at 6 in the morning. And then the first of the rain, though, probably about 1 to 2 a.m. So it really looks like a lot of us between that 1 and 3 a.m. hours should start getting some of this rain. Oh, thanks, Tito. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, guys. All right, let me leave you guys with the 7-day forecast. It's almost time to go powder my nose. I'm a cover girl. Easy, breezy, and beautiful, you know. So, yeah, everybody was tripping in the studio today. So, you know, when TV people, because I was thinking, uh-oh, I needed a haircut. And it was getting close. And I think I might, before that 7-day restriction is lifted. So hopefully my hairstylist will make a house call, perhaps. Because everything's closed. I mean, and we're thinking about dry cleaners, and a couple of anchors and reporters are asking about tanning salons. Like, are our tanning salons going to be closed too? So it's been crazy. Jennifer, not as much. The best chance of severes tonight and overnight, and then the chance diminishes Thursday night into Friday. It's going to be a 1 out of 5 for everybody Thursday night and Friday. In fact, let me show you this. Right, where are you? And then I'll give you that 7-day, and then I got to skedaddle. But this is, oh no, not that one, this one. This is Thursday. Disregard the Wednesday on the banner there. This is Thursday's severe weather outlook, and it's a 1 out of 5 for everybody. So it's not a very good chance, but it's not a 0% chance either. All right, 7-day forecast, and then I've got to go. Go Cowboys. Look at Brian, right? So here's something really cool. Right here on Facebook, if you're not already following meteorologist Andrew Wilson or Megan Massey, they got engaged. Our 2 meteorologists, you know, they fell in love over a radar. It's a beautiful thing. And he got down on a knee on the Blue Star at Texas Stadium, or AT&T Stadium, rather. Eddie will cut my hair. All right. But I got to stay with the stylist. You know how it is. It's kind of like you change stylists. It's like, I got to get 70 up. You change stylists. It's like a breakup. Love you too, Gabby. Thanks so much. George will cut it anytime. Thanks, brother. Marty's, look at this. I got all these great hairstyles ready to go. Still working in Austin, Marty? See? I think, everything's got to close here. That's been a city mandate. And so it's a 7-day period. So by next Wednesday, we hope to have, or I guess it would be Thursday, everything back open. Except the schools. A lot of schools will not be back, of course. But there it is, 7-day forecast. I'll leave you with that and bid you farewell. I hope you can join us at 10 p.m. Of course, you don't get this extensive. It's kind of a Cliff Note version of the weather now on Ken's 5 television, but it will be awesome. And, of course, we'll give you complete team coverage. We had Henry Ramos, a one-on-one with the mayor with some important questions and information for you guys on the latest with the coronavirus. Hondo, what's going on, Julie? Good to see you. Jeremy, stick with me, and Bill will take on you. Right, Brian? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. What did Jeremy say? I didn't see what Jeremy said, but I'll just take your word for it. Go, let go today. Got let go today. Kathleen, I'm so sorry. No. What? That's bad news. Okay. You know what? Romans 8:28. You're going to make great things out of it, okay? Great things will happen out of it. I'm so sorry to hear that. God bless you on a new job search. Karen, you have a great evening too, guys. All right, I got to run, and you guys take care. You know I love you, and I'll see you on Eyewitness News at 10 with Aaron Wright and Deborah Knapp, and, of course, the great Joe Ryan Eagle. Take care, everybody. We'll see you at 10.